received. Thanks, Councillor Stewart. Seconded Councillor Gibson. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Against? Carried. Item number 3. Confirming the minutes. 3/2. Harvey needs to be included in the suspended, which is right here. Do we have any other?
Your Worship, on page 3/3, you'll see they've got a copy of an audit annual report 2015. Should they be 2015 or the?
Sorry,
3/3.
3/3.
About halfway down.
14.
Just through the chair, and following up from Councillor Williamson's comment about the annual report. Can I get some background as to the annual report for 2013-14, when we will be seeing that, please? Because it says here, I'm assuming that's the referral to that one. It would be available at this council meeting. Can I have just some background on that, please?
The original intention was to have it for this council meeting. The accounts have not finished being audited at this particular point of time. We struggled a bit from a staffing perspective to keep up with the timetable based on the death of one of our key staff members' mothers and some sickness amongst other people. Added to that, the audit team from Audit New Zealand is a new team this year, and they have taken quite a bit of time to come up to speed with the nature of this animal of ours, and as such, the audited accounts will probably be available before the review that you have next week, and we have set a date for mid-October for the actual adoption of them.
Just to clarify, in terms of our statutory obligations, we will meet those then?
Yes, for the council it is 4 months after the end of the financial year. For CCOs it was 3 months after the end of the financial year.
It's not actually stated in here. I just wonder, with the licence to occupy that the Mayor and CEO were authorised to sign with the Whakaaro Club, I noticed in the Taupo Times recently they've gained sponsorship from Transpower. I just wanted to know whether that licence to occupy covers off the fact that I'm not sure what their sponsorship arrangements are with Transpower, and I just would be a bit concerned to see a big Transpower signed at one of our gateways, and just wondered if the licence to occupy sort of covered off sort of the aesthetics to that storage facility.
Chair, the licence to occupy will be quite specific in terms of what is permitted and what's not. Detailed answer of what it does allow.
Great, thank you.
Sure, 3 points. In the 3/3, it states that the environmental court final decision would be available. I'm wondering whether we could have an update. And the next one, of course, is that flood hazard district plan would be available as well. And then on 3/7, it states that I would be attending the Zone 2 meeting. I put in that we wouldn't be going to that.
Mr. Chairman, in terms of the Environment Court decision, we're still waiting for the court's decision, the final decision. Hopefully it won't be too far away. And the peer review, likewise, we're still waiting for that, but I'm told that that's going to be very, very soon.
Item number 4. So we move these block. There you go.
Sorry, Your Worship, are you moving the whole agenda item number 4 as one? I do have a matter to bring up, but will you move and second first? Are you going to move and second them first before matters arising? Or for a point of amendment? I do have a point of amendment, but I'm happy for the matters arising. Oh, great. Just on 4/19, in the Mangakino-Pouakani rep group, under the note, it's got point 1, apologies noted from Councillor Kirk. If I could just have that amended to Park, that'd be great, thank you. I was feeling quite married that day, it's fine.
Under the Mangakino-Pouakani representative group, you have a number of statements where it says group comment MPRG supported that council continue to reduce debt. I think we need to be quite specific that excluded the attending councillors, not the group as a whole.
Well, that would be taken as read because we were only in attendance.
You attended, but Barry and I are actual members of the committee, and it refers to the committee there. And
and we particularly asked that question.
sorry,
This is the meeting at 4/19.
correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, just the 4/13 under community issues, I raised the issue about Lakeland House. I think Mr. Green is going to make some investigations into that, as to what was going on. Any update?
I don't have that at this stage.
On 4/15, under Taupo Emergency Management Committee update, it says in response to a question, the emergency manager advised that the GNS report for why he will be taped. Oh, sorry, that's further on actually. I've gone too far ahead, too far back. There's apparently somewhere there was a note referring to the why he report for.
Oh.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
Yeah, if I can speak through the chair, Mr. Fox did circulate that to councillors following the emergency management committee meeting.
Sorry, I've had emails.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's why.
It was completed, the task. Yeah.
Exciting reading, Zane.
Was that? Sorry.
But through the chair, Councillor Cousins, it was going to be circulated to the key stakeholders in the community too. That's my understanding.
Right. Okay. Arising. Those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against? Carried. Item number 5. This is a recommendation from the TT Community Board.
I'll talk to it. Because of the nature of the recommendation, we thought it appropriate to have a separate agenda item on this matter, and you'll see that it's part of this agenda.
Later on in the agenda.
Yes.
Before we move that, can I just have a clarification? Will this then in fact be part of the 10-year plan process, or will that be a separate standalone item?
It's at this stage, it's a separate standalone item.
Item 7 on the agenda.
Item 7 on this agenda today.
Your Worship, I'm quite happy to move the recommended resolution.
All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Carried. Item number 6, Chief Executive Officer's report. Williams.
Thank you, Your Worship. Through the Chair, we'll take the report as read, and we'll note that the projects that we've got on this far are progressing reasonably well, but the major focus for September has obviously been the production of the annual report and also preparation and ongoing works in relation to the options debate and the 10-year plan. So staff have been incredibly busy with all of those external meetings and preparing all the documentation ready for your workshops on the 15th and 16th of October. Happy to take questions.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Any questions? Councillor Christos?
May I ask a number, please? On the first page of item number 6, the second paragraph where we say particularly the younger groups. Can you just enlarge on that a little bit, please, Rob? Because after 40-odd meetings, I struggle to see any younger people at all. Anything over 30, 35.
I think that was reference to the social media aspects of what we've been receiving back. Was that correct, Lisa? Yep.
So through the chair, yes, the use of Town Hall Social has resulted in a number of youth between the ages of 17 and 25 being identified as taking part in answering the questions.
Awesome. Very, very pleased to hear that.
Mr. Chairman, I would support that question because I've also highlighted it, and I read it once again, the younger groups, meaning more than one, and like Councillor before me, I struggled to work out which were those groups. In fact, we didn't get near the high schools or anything like that.
Right, so again, through Town Hall Social, it actually picks up the demographics of the age groups. So there has been a number of people between the 17 and 25 and the 25 and 35 age groups that have taken part in the consultation through that process.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. I've been a little bit disappointed in some of these meetings, Your Worship. Some of them have not really been very well attended at all by some of the groups that I would have thought would have got a good membership at some of those meetings. Particularly the Chamber of Commerce was not very well attended by their members. And I think we need to have probably a bit of a debrief on the actual process that we've gone through. Not only that meeting, there's a number of meetings that was not very well attended, really. Some of them was good. But
Mr. Chairman, we're really happy and keen to have a discussion with you. We'll do as part of those workshops that we're entering into shortly. We will be looking at changing our approach to the draft plan coming up.
So, yeah.
I think we'll acknowledge that the people's draining process this time. It was a fairly draining process this time, which was good. We got a good outcome, but what we do need to relook at how we do things.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Cousins?
Mr. Chairman, just a couple of things. Just on page 6/9 about the museum governance options, waiting on Turangi-Tongariro. Does that impact at all, forgive my ignorance, on the long-term plan at all? Because it's an option topic in that as well. Is it going to impact? How long do we wait for Turangi-Tongariro to? Is there anything in there that we should be? Oh, sorry. The museum governance options.
Yeah. It won't affect the long-term plan at this stage because my recommendation to you would be that we prepare it on the basis of your dreams and your aspirations, and so status quo. If that changes after that date, then we deal with it at that time.
See with some the Taupo footpath, State Highway 1, discussion about the footpath that we agreed to help fund. I know I keep sounding like a broken record, but that garage and all the bits and pieces are still there, and it's been months now. I've spoken to David Greaves about it, and good on him, he's been getting in there, but nothing seems to be progressing. So if we go ahead and build that footpath, we're still going to have safety issues there. I said maybe we can.
Yeah, thanks. I noted that, and I noted an email to David as well, so I'll follow that up from my perspective.
He's done a good job.
Thank you. Yeah.
A couple of questions, if I may. First question is on 6/6. The last item there, Lake Terrace traffic calming and alignment work has been completed and earlier than expected. Was it on budget?
$48,000.
Awesome. Following on from that, please, on 6/7, the second of last one, where we talk about Watahanui wastewater network. It says design proposal from suitable consulting engineers have been received and are currently being reviewed. Then if you go to 6/23, under the next steps, it says select consulting engineering firm to undertake detailed design. Is there a slight conflict, or am I misreading it, or misinterpreting it, or?
Chair, it's just the timing between filling out the reports. These reports are completed at the end of the month, and the one that's got the traffic lights is completed more recently.
Okay, and then lastly, if I may, it's not actually part of the regulatory service part on 6/13, but it has been requested that council may want to look at starting up a focus group of planners, developers, and builders, etc., as well as an in-house regulatory team, in order to look at ways of either streamlining or facilitating a better regime or a more effective regime that we currently have. More than happy to talk to that later on.
I'm happy to have that discussion with you, Councillor, I'm sure, but there's a monthly meeting of the professionals that talk about process improvements, which happens each and every month currently.
I can have an update on that later on, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Just on the community engagements, with regard to age-friendly action group, with the possible using the community Rotary community van, I've had a meeting with the age-friendly action group and relayed it back to minor Rotary, and that's sort of work in progress. So there's been some action taken there.
Could you have an update in regards of the water supply at Bonshore Park? I noticed another well has not been suitable. I've had a couple of phone calls in regards to the ongoing costs of that. What's the future liability for the residents up there?
Dennis, what's happening in Bonshore Park?
The question was, I noticed that another bore up there has actually failed. You've got two areas where the levels of arsenic are the highest I've ever seen in that particular area, and I've had a couple of calls in regards of what's the ongoing cost liability as another bore may have to be sunk. So what's the future look out? I mean, that it went up quite considerably the year we're in now on their water rate, but what's the prognosis?
I can't answer that one directly. So at the moment we're still assessing the options of what we're going to do. Putting another bore would obviously increase costs, but there's no guarantee if you put another bore that you don't find water that's got a high arsenic level. So that's why we're carefully considering what the next options are before we go down that way.
Is it not a fact that in the last couple of years after that first bore collapsed, that one of them was giving adequate supply even during the dry period?
One was giving adequate supply and one was declining supply, and it's also had hot water in it.
We always had hot water when it went into my tank. I didn't have to turn the boiler on because it came straight from the ground. That's why it was put in the tank to cool down. Thank you.
We will provide more information as we know it. Yep.
Okay, no other questions from Mr. Williams? No. Thank you.